Tap the bell icon after subscribing and turn on notifications and you'll never miss a video again. Thanks guys. What's going on in that? The Black Hokage, aka TVH, and 2017 seems to be a good year for fighting games. Injustice 2 is awesome and now Tekken 7 is here. But with this being the 7th entry in the mainline Tekken series, does it stack up? Is it worth your time? Let's find out. And he's got guns. What the hell is this? What the fuck? Story. Read the book. I'm sorry, but I gotta do this to y'all. We had to kick this review off with a negative. Tekken 7 has a story mode, but it is the polar opposite of Injustice 2. Tekken 7's story only took me 3 hours to finish, but it felt like 6 because it's padded out with long, drawn-out cutscenes full of cheesy dialogue and uninspired voice acting.
Oh shit. He said you know you're working with the Fed.
Let me go! Just let me know one thing! What does this war mean to you?
If you were there last Friday's stream, then you know I sat there and live streamed the entire story mode in one sitting, and at the end, I couldn't even tell you what the hell happened. I had to redub the story in my own voice to keep the chat interested. All I took from the story is Heiichi is taking his asshole antics to another level, his sons and former wife still hate him, and something about the devil. It was basically a Japanese novella. I mean, the shit was weird. The only positive I can give this story mode is it did give you a chance to try out a good portion of the game's large 38-man roster. It's just a shame that they couldn't find a way to incorporate all the characters into the story. What they did include is a new game mode called Treasure Battle. Traditional practice mode is still available. My new favorite pseudo practice mode is called Treasure Battle. Treasure Battle is an endless mode where the game starts off incredibly easy, but for every opponent you defeat, the next one becomes a little bit harder. It's a great way to ease yourself into learning a new character, and the best part is it rewards good play. At the end of every match, you earn money in treasure chests that unlock items for you to customize your character in. Might not seem like a big deal, but it is when you hop into the customization menus and you find out how much there is to unlock. You're really gonna love the deep customization. I was shocked at how deep the customization is in Tekken 7. It rivals, maybe even surpasses Injustice 2. There is so much goofy shit that you can deck out your favorite character in, then go online and just troll. And the best part is that most of the items work with most characters, with the exception being some items are exclusive to certain characters. You have clothes, troll weapons, call cards, and more. You can change the color on just about anything you want. And the best part is that none of it breaks the balance of the game. Like 95% of the items are pure cosmetic with the exception of the weapons. You can get like guns and knives in the game, and if you choose to shoot in a fight, the trade-off is it takes so long that if you get hit by it, then you deserve it and you're trash, and nobody likes trash. So it's good to see that they're making improvements. When Tekken 7 launched, the online hardly worked. I was ready to shit on this game in the media too because nobody brought it up in their day one reviews. People just want to be the first to get a video out instead of properly testing a game out. It was frustrating, but at the end of launch week, a patch dropped that fixed the online. Now things work for the most part, so even though it should have worked day one, I do commend them for taking their L with stride and working around the clock to fix things. I'm sure more improvements are on the way, and at its core, I enjoy the gameplay. Tekken 7 is one of those games that's kind of hard to script a review for. I mean, it's the 7th game in the main series, but actually it's like the 10th Tekken game if we're counting the spin-offs like Tekken Tag 1 and 2 and that Tekken game that came out on PSP. Tekken 7 is new, yet it feels familiar. Tekken is still all about juggling your opponent and beating their ass in the corner for maximum damage. They did include a new Rage Art system, which is basically Tekken now has special moves. When you're low on health, your character will glow red like they've activated Kaioken, and then you can execute a one-button press special move that can turn the tide of the battle. I'm a bit conflicted on this new edition because on one hand, it's annoying to be beating someone's ass only for them to be rewarded with an ultimate, but I also understand the argument of get good, just anticipate, block, and then punish. I guess it just feels like it just upsets the flow of battle sometimes, but I understand that this is their way of trying to be more accessible to a new audience. Other than that, I'd say I'm pretty above average at fighting games, so I'm not the most qualified to explain all the little intricacies that they've changed. All I know is I like the game. What I don't like is the cheap boss fights. The final couple boss fights in this story mode aren't even hard. They're just cheap as fuck. You'll be going against characters that are constantly healing, so it forces you to play aggressive while still trying to remain defensive. This pads the story mode. I mean, it took me 3 hours and 15 minutes to finish the story, and the last hour of gameplay is just me trying to beat the final 2 cheap ass bosses. Why not just make a longer, better written, fleshed out story like Injustice 2 instead of padding your game with fighters that heal at a rapid pace? Final thoughts. Here's a quick summary of Tekken 7 for those of you who weren't paying attention. On the positive side of things, the gameplay is refined as ever. Treasure Battle is awesome. There is deep customization. There's a large roster, and Bandai Namco is listening. On the negative side of things, the story mode is one of the worst of 2017. The voice acting is pure struggle, and there are cheap boss fights. Look, the good news is nobody plays fighting games for the story and the voice acting, so those L's are forgivable. The reality is, Tekken 7 is fun. It's a great game to stream and host tournaments with viewers, so I think it's worth $60 if you're into fighting games. If you want to get your ass beat by Steve Fox, feel free to follow me at twitch.tv/the Black Hokage. We host lobbies on the regular, and it's a lot of fun. Appreciate you coming through to check out my video. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. If so, then please remember to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and share. Those 4 elements help a brother's channel grow. If you want to check out some more of my content, then feel free to click one of the thumbnails to the right of me. They're accessible via desktop and mobile. But if you still need more content to quench your thirst, then try subscribing to my second channel over at youtube.com/GI updates. We release new gaming, anime, comics, music, and sports content that I think that you'll like. We do it on the regular. That's youtube.com/GI updates. There's a link in the description box below. Let it bless you.